students. Very good morning to all of you. Hope all of you are doing well. It's been a long time since we have covered geography topics. It's almost a week, I guess. In the previous session, we were discussing about NCERT, right? Class 6th NCERT we were discussing. So please check out the NCERTs now. So if you have class 6 NCERT beside you, so please see, we already have covered solar system. We have covered solar system. Then we have covered latitudes and longitudes. Please check. Because these NCERTs, what you are covering, it is not only for the degree syllabus, it is also for the UPSC exam. Many students don't know that. Okay, so that's the problem here. So they think the NCERTs are only for the basics. So yes, it is for the basics. Plus, we need to consider these topics for the UPSC exam also. Many questions have been asked in UPSC exam from solar system, from the latitude, longitudes. Okay, so I request all of you to go through the NCERTs carefully. So check out the books, please. So first chapter was solar system, correct? That we have covered. I'm going to share you those NCERTs now. Yes. Santosh is saying that he has bought the book. Very good, Santosh. Thank you. So the book is very nice. Start reading it. Punya, I was talking about Just Perodos Volume 1 and 2. Okay, if you have the book also, please start reading. Okay, so these are very nice books. This is for general readers also. Okay, this is for general readers also. I have sent the book name. Okay, so start reading the chapters in the book also. So I request all of you to buy the book so that I'll give you the page numbers. Next class onwards, I'll be discussing the page numbers. You have to write those. You have to read those chapters every day. Oh, very nice. So most of you have the books now. So can I mention the page number? Okay. So I'll give you time till Monday. I'll give you time till Monday to all of you. Okay, to get the books, volume 1 and 2. So once all of you have the books, I'll tell you the page numbers. Okay. Okay, take your time, take your time. At least if you have volume 1, volume 2, you let me know. We'll start. So please see this. This is the NCERTs here. So this is the chapter 1. We have discussed chapter 1. So any doubt in chapter 1, friends? Earth in the solar system. This topic is also in your degree syllabus as well as your UPSC syllabus. Okay. So please remember that this is not just NCERT class. I have covered extra information also. Most of you know that. Most of you already know that I have covered NCERT plus BA syllabus, BA first sem syllabus, PU first sem, okay, PU first year. Same topics are there, plus UPSC. I have given all the details regarding these three. Okay. Yes, Nandini, we'll be discussing shortly. We'll be discussing. Once we complete the NCERT class 6, I'll explain universe. Okay. I told you, right? One of the days, we are all made up of stardust. Correct? I'll explain that. For that, we all need some maturity. We need to understand certain basics first. Just like that first day itself, we can't talk about the, let's say, nuclear power plant. Correct? We need to have some basics of physics. Slowly, we have to build up physics and then reach that topic. Because in order to understand those things, we need some maturity also. So that is the reason I am not introducing that topic now. Okay, so nuclear fusion and fission basics we require. So we'll wait for that. Okay, don't worry. So remember, this is the first chapter we have discussed. First NCERT class over. Okay, so second is this one, latitudes and longitudes. Hope all of you remember. So this is the second chapter. This also we have covered. We have covered time zones. Remember time zones? Yes, time zones topic we have covered. Then motions of the earth we have covered. What is motions of the earth? Rotation, revolution. Okay. At the end of each chapter, you have to answer the questions also. Then fourth, we have covered maps. We have to cover this maps. Okay. So let's cover this maps. So all of you know what is a globe. What is globe? Globes are three-dimensional representation of the Earth's surface. Please write, what are globe? Globes are three-dimensional representation of Earth's surface. Yes, three-dimensional representation of the Earth's surface. Very good. 3D representation of Earth's surface is globe. It is also a small-scale model of the Earth. Okay, all of you have seen a model of a car. Mercedes-Benz model will be there. Small models of Ford will be there. All of you will be playing with that, correct? Just like that. A model is something that is practical representation. Okay, something that is realistic. Okay, so please remember this. Because the world is very complex. Universe is very complex. We need to simplify it. How do you simplify it? With the help of a model. By showing the model, any kid will easily understand. Let's say I show you the globe and say, oh, this is how the earth looks. So all of you will say yes. See, you can easily understand. So globe is a small scale model. Why I'm using the word small scale? Because it is not as big as earth. It has been reduced in size. Small scale model of the earth. Just like when you go to any, let's say, a dam, they'll show you the model of the dam, the entrance itself, how the dam looks like. Correct. It will give you an imagination how big the dam is. Let's say the apartment is under construction. They'll give you the photo of the apartment and a model they'll show you. This is how the apartment looks like. This is how the interior looks like. Have you noticed that? They'll show you the model room. They'll show you the model room also. Okay. The apartment is still under construction. They'll show you the model room. Okay, this is how it looks like. How many of you have seen that? So model is the simplified representation of practical reality. Please write. Model is, what is model? What is model? Model is simplified, please write, simplified representation of practical reality. Reality is very complex, or complex reality. You can write complex reality. Instead of practical, write complex reality. Reality is very complex. Okay, so in order to understand, imagine we make use of model. Okay, how many of you have seen atoms, and inside the atom there is a nucleus, and inside nucleus there is protons and neutrons? Is it visible to us? Think about it. Is it visible to us? Can you see an atom? But we all know they exist, correct? We all know we have atoms. Inside the atom we have nucleus. The nucleus consists of protons and neutrons. All of us know atoms are basic building block of matter, we know. But have you seen it? Have you seen it? No, we have not. But how do you prove that to the student, to the kid? How do you explain it to them? So you have to write a model. So this is the atom. Okay, inside the atom there are something called nucleus, which contains protons and neutrons. Around that there are electrons. If you write this, student will say yes. Okay, this is a model, atomic model. How many of you heard of this word, atomic model? Atomic model. Right. Just like this, a student will understand this easier because he needs something for imagination. Correct. Think about this word, imagination. The imagination is a very important thing. Without imagination, nothing has progressed in this world. Okay. So the imagination is something that stirs our curiosity. So think about this word curiosity now. Okay. 1 second. Think about the word curious first. So what are you curious about in your life? What are you curious about? So you are curious about your surrounding. As a child, you'll be observant. You'll be looking at this, you'll be looking at this, you'll be looking at animals, you'll be looking at moon, you'll be looking at clouds, you'll be looking at plants. Correct? You're curious, naturally born curious. So all of you have a wild imagination. Correct? So that you need to maintain. That curiosity you need to maintain. So if you maintain that curiosity, the curiosity leads to imagination, and imagination leads to innovation. Okay, so that is the reason all this globes and atomic model, the scientists think in this way. So how did they come up with all this? Because they have that mind of a child. The scientists have a mind of a child who is very curious, just like how all of you were curious when you were a kid. That curiosity you need to maintain. Okay, so that curiosity is very important for innovation. So always remember that, because this topic what I'm going to tell you is about that. It's about understanding how our mind works. So globe is a model, small scale model of the earth. So earth is very large. So what we have made, we have reduced it in size. So that is clear to all of you. So the globe represents earth's surface. How many of you understand? The globe represents earth's surface. Earth's surface. Earth's surface. Okay. So remember this word curiosity. I'm going to ask you to do a small project by the end of the class. Okay, we'll start that project today. Okay. So globe is representing Earth's surface, where we have land and water. Land and water. So all of you, please buy one globe also, small globe. Okay, so that you can keep it in your house. Okay, so the globe is very important. When you see the globe, you can understand various three-dimensional aspects of the Earth's surface. Okay, geoid shape of the Earth, you can understand. Now notice that we have Pacific Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, Indian Ocean, and various oceans we have. So what I will do, I'll cut the globe in Pacific Ocean. I'll cut the globe in Pacific Ocean because there is no information there. There is no land in Pacific Ocean. I'll not lose any information. So I'll cut the globe in Pacific Ocean. I'll show you the Pacific Ocean now. Where I'm cutting, I'll show you now. Okay, so all of you give me 1 second. I'll show you because this is very important for us to imagine. Can you all see this? So please notice this. All of you can notice this Earth that is represented on the globe. So this is the globe. Okay, it's a representation of the Earth's surface, and I'm rotating it. You can see this is Pacific Ocean here. I'm going to show you Pacific Ocean. Pacific Ocean is the largest ocean here. Correct. There is no land. Very few islands are there, but no major landmass. As a result, can I cut the globe here? So if entire Earth is 360 degree, entire Earth is 360 degree. So here, I'll cut the globe here at 180. I'll cut the globe at 180 here because 180 degrees here passing through Pacific Ocean. I'll cut the globe at 180 here. What happens when I cut the globe? I can open it like a book, right? I can open it like a. So when I open it like a book, I'll get map. So maps are 2D, two-dimensional representation of the Earth's surface. Maps are two-dimensional. Please write. Maps are two-dimensional representation of the Earth's surface. So that is our today's chapter. Okay. So maps are 2D, two-dimensional, two-dimensional representation of the Earth's surface. Representation of the Earth's surface. Okay, so please remember. Globe is 3D, maps are 2D. So when you make maps, it is easier to carry. What is the main advantage of map? What is the main advantage of map? Easy to carry. Okay, you can fold it. You can fold it and put it in your pocket. Correct. All of you have done that. So if you give someone a paper, what they'll do, they'll fold it and they'll put it in the pocket. Can you do that to the globe? You tell me. Can you put the globe in your pocket? Not possible, right? Can you put the globe in the bag? Not possible. Correct. You notice that globe is not easy to carry. So carrying the globe is not practical. Correct. Carrying the globe is not practical. So maps are very advantageous because easy to carry. Easy to carry. They are very easy to carry. One. Second, anyone can understand it. Even if you give a small kid, oh, he will say, oh, my city is here. Oh, this is our village. Oh, this is the lake. So this is the river. So they can easily understand. Easy to understand. Correct. Easy to understand. Maps are easy to interpret or understand. Please write. Easy to carry, easy to understand. Anyone can easily understand the map. Okay. Please remember this. Third, if you club many maps, you'll get atlas. What is atlas? Atlas is a book of maps. Okay, you can create an atlas. Atlas, please write. Atlas is the book of maps. Please write atlas, book of maps. So how many of you have atlas? Oh, okay. Many of you have atlas. So take a look. Take a look at the atlas now. So the atlas will have so many maps, so many type of maps. Correct. Different types of maps can be there. All of them clubbed. That book is called as atlas. So what is atlas? Atlas is the book of map or collection of map or collection of map. Collection of map. Collection of map. So do you know? Okay, I'll tell you some interesting thing now. Do you know the first map was made on a clay tablet? How many of you heard of clay tablet? Just like the tablet you have nowadays. Okay, the tablet, iPad, Samsung tablets you have nowadays. So the first map was made on a clay. That means they took clay, just like this. See, I'm holding this. So this like slate kind of thing they did. It was brown in color, and on that, using vegetable colors, they had marked it. They had marked it on the clay tablet. The first map was a clay tablet. Then they started using papyrus. How many of you heard of papyrus? How many of you heard of papyrus? It's a plant. Papyrus is a plant. I want you to remember this. I'll show you that now. Papyrus, papyrus plant. So in ancient Greeks, ancient Mesopotamia, they started using this papyrus. So give me 2 minutes. I'll show you the papyrus and clay tablet. Okay, I'll show you papyrus and clay tablet. Okay, don't worry. For now, you remember clay tablets were used, papyrus was used. Then the paper was made. Papyrus is made from the papyrus plant. Okay, then the paper was used. Paper. Okay, so it is said that the paper was first invented by Chinese. So in Chinese civilization, the first paper was noticed. It was made from the wood pulp and bamboo. It was made from the bamboo and wood pulp. Okay, so this is the paper. So please remember. Nandini, yes, there are various cartographers who have made maps. I'll mention them. Okay. So, but it was like ancient Greeks, Romans, and Mesopotamians who made the first maps. Okay. The process of map making or art and science of map making is called as cartography. Cartography. Cartography is what? It's the art and science of map making. Please write. Art and science. Art and science of map making. Is called as cartography. A person who makes map is known as a cartographer. Very easy, right? If I make map, I'm a cartographer. Okay. So please notice that. In my book, I have made many maps, you can see. Okay, those are all self-created maps. I have created that with the help of few graphic tools. Okay. So please remember. So all of you know what is a map, how the ancient maps look like, how the present maps are made with the help of a paper. So easy to carry, easy to understand, and so we can make a collection of map, and that is called as atlas. So we all know how easy to carry atlas. When compared to globe, atlas is very easy to carry. So that is clear to all of you. So based on the nature of map, we can classify the map into physical map, cultural map. Oh, notice this. I'm using the word cultural. Okay. Physical, all of you can understand. It shows all the natural features. Physical maps show all the natural features like mountains, rivers, lakes, streams, glaciers, correct, hills. All that is shown in the physical map. Whereas the cultural map, based on our culture today, we have achieved different levels of technological development. Correct. So different countries are in different stages of development. So all of us have education system, political system, economic system now. Correct. We have built schools, colleges for that. We have built hospitals for healthcare system. We have built markets for market and trade centers for economic system, like that. Based on our levels of economic achievement or economic development, we have built all that. So that comes under cultural map. So cultural maps are those maps which show human features on the earth surface, like political boundaries. How many of you agree that political boundaries of the state, political boundaries of the countries are one of the human creation? Borders are what? Man-made. Borders are man-made. On the earth surface, there are no borders. Correct. There is one earth here. So we have divided the earth into various countries. And we have created India-Pakistan border, India-China border, India-Bangladesh border, and we have created. Those all comes under the word cultural. Okay, everything that is related to man-made aspects comes under the word cultural maps, like political maps of the countries, states. Okay, please remember this. Transportation map, we have created those. Trade maps. Okay, all these are cultural maps. Okay, if I am concentrating, please remember, if I'm concentrating on particular theme like minerals, theme like weather, theme like vegetation, they are called as thematic maps. What are thematic maps? Thematic maps are those maps which show certain theme like weather or climate or vegetation or wildlife or minerals. Okay, so let's see some example. If you have atlas, go to page number, starting page, like 8, 9, 10. Go to 10. Let's say randomly take 10. What is there in 10? So there'll be a map, let's say physical map. Next page, there'll be political map. Check it out. Physical and political maps will be there. The physical map shows the physical features. Political map shows the boundaries. Notice that. So please check it out, please, all of you. What is thematic map? Thematic maps are those maps which show particular theme like weather, climate, minerals, oil, soil, mineral distribution, resources distribution, etc. are thematic maps. Okay, thematic maps. So we have two organizations in India which prepare map. One is Survey of India. How many of you heard of this organization, Survey of India? Survey of India is based in Dehradun. Please write. It is based in Dehradun, Uttarakhand. Uttarakhand. It was set up by East India Company in 1767. Can you imagine this, please? Okay. Can you imagine the date? 1767 is very old, right? 1767. Okay. Survey of India, please write. Survey of India is based in Dehradun, Uttarakhand. It was established in 1767. So it was established by East India Company. So what was the purpose of starting Survey of India in 1767? Can you think about it? Why did British establish this organization? This is the first organization they set up. East India Company. India was under East India Company, 1767. So they set up this. Why? Why? Think about it. That is the question. They come to India, correct? They conquer most part of the India in 1767. They start the organization called Survey of India. What is the purpose of that? Yes, now you are getting the hidden agenda behind the British rule, behind the East India Company, because they are traders. East India Company was a trading company. They came to our country to loot our resources. Correct. If you want to loot, you should know where the resources are. Where the resources are. Correct. All of you agree with me? Please raise your hand. So what will you do? You will create a survey of organization, survey of India, to create the resource map of India. So using that, we can systematically loot the country. That was the idea. So that they could systematically loot the country. So all of you got it, right? Yes. So 1767, that is the reason we have to remember some years. Some years when you see, you'll be shocked. Okay, Survey of India was started by the East India Company. Today, Survey of India plays a very important role in socio-economic development of the country. They are under Department of Science and Technology. They are under Department of Science and Technology, Government of India. Please remember that. Okay, Department of S&T. Please write. Today it comes under Department of S&T, Science and Tech. Please write. Department of S&T. Department of S&T. Do you know Department of S&T comes directly under the Prime Minister? Okay, remember that. Okay, Department of S&T directly comes under PM. Okay, Department of S&T, Survey of India, Dehradun. Okay, this is one organization which prepare maps for the country. All the maps in your atlas, are prepared by this organization. So there is another agency called NATMO, National Thematic Mapping Organization. Please write National Thematic Mapping Organization. NATMO. National Atlas and Thematic Mapping Organization. Full form is National Atlas. National Atlas and Thematic Mapping. Okay, Thematic Mapping Organization. Okay, based in Calcutta. Headquarters is Calcutta, West Bengal. Calcutta, West Bengal. Again, it comes under Department of S&T. It comes under Department of S&T. Please write Department of S&T, Ministry of Science and Technology. So remember, this information is not given in the NCERT. You can read the NCERT chapter 4. They are not given all this. I am adding all this extra information for the UPSC exam. Okay, so all of you got this, right? 2 agencies in India. Who are the agencies in India who prepare map? Survey of India and NATMO. NATMO. Okay, the Survey of India prepare physical map, political map, and thematic map. Okay, please remember this. These 2 agencies you have to remember. All of you should remember. So they prepare something called topo sheets. The Survey of India prepares something called, oh, 1 second. So hope all of you are writing it. Okay, they prepare something called Survey of India. Please, prepare something called, please write, topo sheets. Topo sheets. Topo sheets. Please write. Also called as topographic maps. Topographic maps. The topographic maps are very detailed maps which show both natural and man-made features. The topo sheets or topographic maps prepared by Survey of India, they show both natural features and man-made features. Man-made, both are shown here. Both are shown. Okay, topographic maps. Who is preparing this? Survey of India. Topography means mountains, rivers, lakes, hills, cities, villages, farms, forest, everything is shown. So such maps are called as topo sheets or topographic maps. So these are two types. One general purpose that is available for us for planning and all. Other one is military purpose that is available only for the army, navy, air force. Okay. So can I say maps are used by everyone? Can I add one more advantage? Maps are used universally by everyone. Planners they use, administrators they use, correct? Agriculturists they use, geographers use, geologists use, correct? Defense, army, navy, air force they use maps. Everybody uses maps. Is there any organization which doesn't use map? You think about it. Historians use map. Anthropologists use map. Sociologists use map. Political thinkers use map. International relations need map. Everything that is common. What is common? Maps are common in all subjects. Hope you realize that. Hope you would have realized that. Civil engineers use map. You need a map of everything to plan, to coordinate, to administer, to manage the resources. Correct? So maps are very important tool. Very important tool. Okay. So in order to call a map, let's say, please see the screen. Okay. I'll take a blank screen now. 1 second. I need a bigger space. So please see this. Okay. So quickly notice this, what I'm doing. So what I'm drawing, I want you to tell me. Okay. So what am I drawing? Please tell me. What is this? No, this is just a sketch. This is not a map. So this is a sketch of India. What is the difference between sketch and a map? Okay, now you have to understand. That is the reason I drew this. Sketch is just an outline. Sketch is just an outline of something. Let's say you would have done pencil sketch of some person. You are drawing a two-dimensional outline. How many of you agree? How many of you are good at pencil sketch? So some of you do that, right? Some of you have a talent of that. So what is that? You make a two-dimensional outline of a person. You agree with that, correct? You are making 2D and you are doing an outline. That is a sketch. Sketch. When you say a map, it has certain conditions. In order to call it as a map, in order to call this as a map, there are certain conditions. One, title should be there. There should be a title. Okay. On top, I should write a title. First. Second, it should have direction. Orientation should be there. Direction I should mention. Means what, which is north. I have to mention the direction here. Have you seen this direction on maps? North, they'll write like this. How many of you have seen this? Direction. Correct. Many of you would have seen this. Okay. On every map, there'll be some direction showing this is up. This is north. You have to hold it like this. Third, legend should be there. What is legend? Legend is a small box here. Have you seen a box kind of thing here? Legend, like this. They'll be showing something. Okay, this symbol is so and so. This symbol is so and so. This symbol is so and so. Okay, because I'll be using different symbols here. See? I'm using different symbols on the map. Like this. I'm using different symbols. See? So this is New Delhi, New Delhi, New Delhi. This symbol is New Delhi. Okay, this one, New Delhi. This is state capitals. State capitals. Hope all of you are getting. The legend should be there. Legend indicates which symbol is what. Legend is very important to understand the map. Okay, to understand the map, this is very important. Legend is important, correct? How many of you agree? Because otherwise, what will you think of this? This star, what is this star? Correct? That should be explained here. Important to understand, to understand the map. Okay. Fourth one, there is something called scale. Scale should be there. There should be a scale. Scale. So please write. Scale is very important for every map. Without that scale, it is not a map. So please write scale. Scale. So on the edge of the map, how many of you have seen this? Something like this, a bar will be there, some numbers will be there. Have you noticed this? Some numbers will be there. Some numbers will be given like this. So the scale should be there. So the scale helps us to read the map, to understand the map, to understand the size of the map. Okay. So can you make a map of India on the paper? India is a very large country. India is 7th largest country in the world. It has 3.28 million square kilometer area. India's area is 3.28 million square kilometer. Can you make a map of this entire area? Please tell me yes or no. Can you make a map for this area of India, showing the entire area of India? Yes or no? Can you? No, not possible, right? So you would have required a lot of paper. Paper is required to make the map for the entire country exactly according to the area and direct distance. We can't make the map. So what we do, we reduce it in scale. So that is scale. So scale helps us to make the practical reduction of the area. Okay. So how much we have to reduce? The scale tells us. The scale tells us how much a map has been reduced. Hope you are able to understand this. How much a map has been reduced. Okay. Exact size of India, we can't make the map because it will take a lot of paper, lot of time. And where you will keep that? It will become a big book, correct? You can't keep that. So we have to reduce it in scale. So practically, how much the country has been reduced on the paper is shown in the scale. So I'll tell you what is the method. I'll tell you. So scale can be represented in 3 ways. Please write. 3 ways we can represent. One RF, representative fraction. Representative fraction. Please write. Representative fraction. 2. In the form of graphical method. Graphical method. Third, statement in the form of simple statement. Statement. In the form of simple statement, we can write statement. 3 types. Please write. Three methods of representation. So in your atlas, in the map, I want you to look for this number. There will be some number like this. 1:2. 1:2. Some 321 million. Some number will be there like this. I don't know what it is. I'm just writing random number I'm writing. So have you seen this in the corner of the page? In the corner, check it out in your atlas. If you have atlas, check out the corners. Do you have this number? Some number will be there. But it will start with 1:2. This is RF, representative fraction. How many of you can see this kind of number? Please raise your hand. So this can be written like this also. Or 1/321. Both are same. This is first one, RF, representative fraction. So why it is called as fraction? So see this. If you divide 1 by this much, if you divide 1 by this much, you will get a very small fraction now. How many of you agree? 0.00000 something you'll get. 1 by 321 million is a very small fraction. How many of you agree? Okay. So you'll get a very small fraction like 0.000000003. Something you'll get. A very small fraction. Correct? Very small fraction you'll get. So this is called as a small scale. When the fraction is very small, then it is called as a small scale map. Small scale map. What about this one? 1 by 1 is to 100. Now tell me this. Or 1 by 100. What is the fraction? You'll get this 0.01. 0.01 fraction. Compare this with this, which is what? This is a very small fraction when compared to this. How many of you agree? This 0.01 is a larger fraction than this. 0.01 is a larger fraction than this. So this is large scale. So how do you compare two maps? Large scale and small scale based on the fraction. If the fraction is very, very small, it is small scale. If the fraction is comparatively larger, comparatively I'm saying, comparatively larger, it's large scale. Okay. So please try to understand this. So based on scale, there are two types, small scale, large scale. So please remember the small scale map, small scale have very small fraction. So the word small. The large scale has very large fraction, comparatively large. So large scale. Okay. So please remember the small scale map show large area. Please write small scale map shows a very large area. See, big area, large area. Small scale map show large area. Whereas large scale map show very small area comparatively. See this number, see this number. So large scale shows small area. Please write area. Area is small here. 100. See 100. Here it is 3 to 1 million. Okay. So hope all of you got this. First you take the fraction. Based on the fraction, you tell whether it is small or large. When the fraction is very small, you say small scale map. When the fraction is comparatively large, you write large scale. Okay. Based on comparison. So always remember small scale map, big number is there. So it's showing large area. Large area is shown like India, world, Karnataka, like that. Okay. So this large scale is 100, 1 is to 100, 1 is to 200. It is showing small area. So please tell me if you have understood this. So all small scale maps show large area like world map. See the world map in your atlas. World map, atlas, all the country maps. You see India map, state map. They're all large area. Those are all small scale. Please see in your atlas. Check out the scale of all these three: world, India, and your state. Let's say your Madhya Pradesh. You see that. Rajasthan, you see that. J&K, you see that. So it will be having this kind of big number will be there. It is showing large area. It's a small scale map. What about this one? Your property map, your site. Go and ask your parents now. Today you are doing this. Your exercise is to ask your parents about the site map. If you have a property, ask your parents about the property maps. Site map. If you have constructed the house, ask for the site. The civil engineer would have given them the site plan. I mean, if you have seen that civil engineer site plan, your parents would be looking at that at the time of construction of the house and all. Ask them for this property map. Let's say you have a farm that will have a map. Correct? That you check. Correct? Your city, your town map, layout. How many of you heard of the word layout? Inside the city, there'll be a layout of the area, the sites mentioned. Okay. City layout. Okay. City, town, All these are showing small area. Area is small, so large scale. So hope all of you got this. Scale may two types, large scale, small scale. Okay, when the fraction is very small, it's called a small fraction, small scale. It shows larger area, like world, India, state, like that. If it is larger fraction, large scale, it shows small area. Okay, that's the difference. So I want you to write the examples today itself. So check your property map. Your property site map will be 1:30, 1:31, like that. It will be having a very large fraction like this. Your property will be like this: 1:10, 1:20, 1:30. I want you to tell me that. Okay. The map will contain title. Look for the title. Direction should be there. Okay. Legend should be there and scale should be there. How many of you understood these four? I know this is very difficult to understand. Scale. That is the reason I told you. How much it has been reduced is shown in the scale. Okay. Okay. Let's say you as a person. Okay. I request all of you to wait. I'll give you some exercise today. You as a person are very large, right? Okay. You ask somebody to do a model of you. Small clay model. You have seen some people doing some clay model, right? That is a hobby for many people. So when they make a clay model, they'll take the entire person's height, weight, correct? Based on that, they'll try to reduce it in size. So they also use this. The scale concept is used everywhere. Civil engineers, while planning dam, roads, construction, everywhere they use this. Okay, cities, correct? City planning, urban planning, everywhere we have to use. Even for site construction, your home that is built on the particular area, we also use map. There also we use scale. So this is the homework for all of you to check the scale of your home property. If you have, check it out, please. That's your homework. So these property maps are called as cadastral map. Cadastral map, please write. Property maps are called as cadastral, CADASTRAL. Ask for the property map, cadastral map of your house, of your property. So based on this, you pay tax. How many of you heard of property tax? Everybody's property tax is different. So you'll understand this. So what is the function of a DC? Deputy collector. Once you become IAS, you'll become assistant commissioner and deputy commissioner. What is the main function of a deputy commissioner? Please tell me. Nanam, it depends upon your site area. You check out your site area or farm area, 1:10 or 1:30 or 1:40. You'll understand. Tomorrow's class, I will tell you what does that exactly mean. Okay. The main function of a deputy collector or deputy commissioner is collection of tax. That is the reason Britishers, they started this organization to collect tax. Indian Administrative Service, IAS, what you call it as, was made for collecting the tax from the people. Correct. That was the main agenda. So people used to call them as deputy collector. How many of you heard of this word collector? Collector. In many parts of the country, they still call them as collector. Why? Because they collect tax. Now, after the independence, development is the other agenda. Apart from collection of tax, second agenda is what? Development. Okay, even today, the first priority of the DC is to collect property tax. Correct. Increase the tax revenue for the government. Higher the tax revenue, you'll have more funds to put it into development activities. Agree? Because we need money, Allah. We need money for making roads, building school, healthcare, everything we need money. So how will you get that? Property tax you collect, income tax you take, commercial tax you collect. Hope all of you got the economics behind this. See how all these topics are intricate. They are interlinked with one another. Correct. So geography is connected to economics. Economics is connected to polity. All these are connected. So will you ask for the cadastral map at home? So that is your homework. Okay. Today's homework is to ask for the cadastral map. Okay. Property maps. Okay. Now listen. All of you carefully listen. Don't go till I finish. I request you to remember this because this is very important. So I am planning to do some experiment called backyard environment. Backyard environment is an experiment to know your surroundings well. So what you have to do, all of you please write down this. backyard environment to understand our surroundings. To understand our surroundings. Since you are at home, what you have to do, you have to write your name, your address, okay, and a map of India and your location. Okay, there should be a map of India, your state, and the location should be highlighted where you are from, a village, a town, or a city. That should be there. Map should be there. Your location map should be there on the map of India. Okay, then you have to identify all the physical features around you. Let's say whether you are near a rivers near you, lakes around you, okay, hills and mountains around you. That you have to know. Hills and mountains around you in your surrounding area. Okay, not very far. Let's say less than 3 kilometers, let's take, or less than 5 kilometer area, less than 5 kilometers. Physical features within 5 kilometers, I'm giving you. Starting from your home, starting from your surrounding home till 5 kilometers radius. You have to identify all these physical features. Will you do this? Please raise your hand. Hope all of you are getting the experiment. So your surroundings, rivers, lakes, hills. If you are near the ocean or a sea, if you are from the coastal area, mention the sea or ocean. Okay, write that. Your location map should be there. Okay, collect photos. Use a simple photo camera. Okay, all of you will have some basic camera at home, digital camera. Use that. So this will should improve your photography skills, because geography is all about our observation. I told you, curiosity. I told you. So you need to improve that. Okay. So map is very important. Okay. So first you need to collect the map data. So all this you have to do. Then you have to identify the flora and fauna around you. Please remember this: flora and fauna. Flora and fauna means plants and trees and animals around you. You have to identify minimum 10 trees. Okay, 10 trees, 10 birds minimum, I'm saying. Okay, 20 birds, 20 insects. Okay, 10 insects, 10 birds, 10 minimum, I'm saying minimum. So don't write coconut 10 times. Okay, I'm not asking that. If you write coconut, then write mango, like that. Different trees you have to identify with photos. Okay, with animals also. Flora and fauna, all this. Even the insects, microorganisms, if you are able to find. Even the bacteria in the curd also you can take. The bacteria, okay, lactobacillus, what we have. So that also you can take. Okay, as a example, microbe. Okay, microorganisms you can take, insects you can take, birds, 10 mammals. Okay, 10 mammals, 10 reptiles. Minimum, I'm saying, all of you can understand the word minimum, right? 10 reptiles, 10 amphibians. In your surroundings, start from your garden. Okay, you can identify the flowering plants also. Plants also. So trees and plants both are different. Okay, so know the difference. So you have to identify all this. How many of you will do this? So you have to do it in the MS doc. Okay, all of this should be coming in a MS document form. You have to do with photos. Tree means you have to take a photo of the tree. Okay, that tree photo you have to paste in your document, and tree name you have to write. Okay, scientific name and all I'll teach you later. Not required. Scientific name is not required. So you just identify. If possible, the age. Ask your parents, ask the people how many years old, when it was planted. Try to identify that tree. Birds also, with photos. If you are unable to find the photo, let's say you see the bird, but you don't know, there's a crow, you want a photo, you Google it. But make sure that it's in your backyard. From your backyard. How many of you are getting the word backyard? Means your surroundings. So please inform your friends also who have missed the class. Okay. So take a screenshot of this, please. You can take the help of your parents in identifying the plants and trees. Ask your mom about the plants. Ask your mom about the trees. Take their help. So make it a family exercise, please. Okay, I'm telling you seriously, If you want to make, if you want to enjoy geography, or if you want to make a difference in the world, you need to know your surroundings well. Okay, so you have to do this. 10 birds you have to learn. Minimum 10 birds you have to learn. When you come to the campus, I'll teach you more. I'll teach you more trees, more plants, more birds, and all. Okay. So I can identify more than 1,000 species of birds all around the world. Okay, I can identify more than 500 species of plants, trees, like that. Like that, you should know at least minimum. Okay. So hope all of you got this. Will you do this? So you have to maintain the document. Maintain the document from now onwards. Okay, you have to keep adding the information. So you have to do this in the MS document. Okay, trees one section, plants one section. Okay, you put it. Then the amphibians one section. Everything in one section. No. Do it in the MS document. Take the photos, upload it into the document. Okay, maintain MS document for this. Okay, because you might lose it. We can take a printout. We'll take a color printout by the end of this semester. By the end of the first year, we'll take a color printout. Do this. Do it in the MS Doc. Photos should be properly edited. Size should be focusing on the particular species. There should be a bird, means bird should be there. It should not be like entire area of the, it should not be there. Only the bird should be there. Bird and the surrounding area. Try to do this. Improve your skills, photography skills from now onwards. Okay. So by, if you have a small camera, use it, please. Small digital camera. Small, okay, not a big one. Don't use big cameras. Don't ask your parents to buy a new camera now. Okay, small Sony or Canon or Nikon, small camera. Digital cameras will be there now. Okay, mobile cameras, yes, you can use. You can use mobile cameras also, yes, but do it properly. Okay, do it properly. So here, let me do one thing. So I want a list of all yours, the place names, place, and email ID, and your place. Okay, this list I require. I will ask the Nalini. I will ask Nalini to send the list. Okay, all of you should type your name, email, your place, your home place. So this information I need. So based on this, I'll decide what trees you have identified and all. Okay, this is the first sem coursework for all of you. Practical coursework for all of you. First year, first sem. If you are a PU student, also do it. If you're a degree student, also you do it. Okay, please remember, this is a first sem coursework. Practical coursework for all of you. Okay, please remember this. So leave some space in the first page. Your introduction page, you leave some space. By the end of this experiment, when you come to the college, if you have done it well, I'll take a photograph with you. You can put it in the first page. Okay, so please remember that. Everything is important here. We'll make it like a record. Okay. So is this clear to all of you? Shall we stop? Inform all your friends. Inform all your friends. So DSLR camera, if you have, you can use, but don't ask for your for the new one. Don't ask your parents to buy the new cameras. Use the existing ones, because I don't want them to call, sir, you have asked them to take some photo. They're asking for a new camera, expensive one. So don't do that, please. Okay. So you keep it. I'll check, and then we'll take a printout. You have to bring it to the college. When are you coming? In August or September, you are coming, right? Yes. Please bring it by then. So you have 1 month time. Start doing this seriously, all of you. Okay. Clear to all of you? Five kilometers. Yes. Yes. 5 kilometers. Within 5 kilometers radius. It's a very big area. That means if your house is here, 5 kilometers you go in all direction like this. 5 kilometers in all direction. If there is a lake, river, identify everything. Hill, correct. Identify everything. islands, islands, hills, lakes. Okay, forest, forest also. Okay, hope all of you will do this. Okay. Yes, yes, you can use Google. Google Maps you can use. Okay, take a map of India. In your location will be highlighted. If you go to Google Maps, if you go to Google Maps, you will zoom out. On India, your location will come. You can take the screenshot. You can take the screenshot. Okay. Have a nice day, guys. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay. Thank you. Bye-bye. So, Nandini, where are you from? You don't have a lake or a river, huh? Within 5 kilometers. Check it out here. Which place are you from? Which place are you from? Oh, Medak. Medak is very dry place. Okay, Medak. So check it out, okay? You can go for 10 kilometers then. Go for 10 kilometers. Or you can identify any nearby lake or river. Nearby lake, river. You can take nearby lake, river. Okay, any nearby lake, river, water bodies in your area. Okay, you can write, you can take. Whatever you have, you take. Nandini, don't worry, I'll show you tomorrow. Okay, tomorrow we'll discuss. Write everything. If there are 6, 7 lakes, you write. 6, 7 lakes, you write the name of the lakes. Name of the lake, you write. Pond name, you write. Okay. Nandini, if you are here, you can take the entire Medak district. You can take your district. Nandini, I think Manjira River is there nearby. Manjira, you can take Manjira River. Okay, I think she is not there in the class. Okay, fine.